This year, DAF is celebrating its 90th anniversary. Since 1928, it's been building amazing trucks, and today we've come to Scotland to drive one of its most iconic models, the DAF 3300. And we're going to be doing it in company with this truck, the 2018 International Truck of the Year, DAF's new XF. We're going to take them both out on the road, see how they perform, see what's changed over the past 4 decades. But whatever the differences, whatever the advances that have been made, these trucks show that DAF is a company that listens to its customers and builds a truck that keeps operators happy and drivers want to drive. Now, back in 1982, when 3300 was first launched, it was probably considered quite a quiet truck inside, but by today's standards it's quite noisy. You've got a very flat dash in 3300, which means I'm going to have to stretch to reach the slider controls, very simple slider controls for the heating and ventilation, whereas new XF, it's all around. I'm in a cockpit and I reach everything, so ergonomically new XF is streets ahead to 3300. Now, trundling along at a steady 56 miles an hour, you're reminded that is this an 80s truck? And you're reminded by that, by the noise coming up from the engine through the engine tunnel. When Space Cab was launched in 1984, it was one of the biggest cabs then available on the marketplace. And looking around, there's a tremendous amount of space inside it. But it's not very well used. It has some open lockers above my head, but there are no external lockers for wet kit or anything like that for drivers. There's a bit of storage space under the bunk, but no drawers. The dash is fairly utilitarian and flat. Now compare that with new XF, with wonderful sets of lockers right across the entire part of the truck in a Super Space Cab, big drawers and a fridge that comes out, and you can really see how they've taken the space from Space Cab and really made use of it in Super Space Cab and new XF. I'm having to do all the gear changing, and while it's not particularly onerous, it's something I've still got to do while watching out for other road users with Traxxon, and in the new XF it's doing it all for me. For me, DAF has always made friendly trucks, and that's why professional drivers like to drive them, and that's why I've enjoyed driving them for well over 30 years. Okay, we've had a great time out on the road with the oldie and the newbie. But how do we wrap this all up? As I said in the beginning, 36 years is a long time in truck development, and plenty of things have changed since 3300 first hit the road in 1982. Imagine if we could put new XF into a time machine and take it back to that period and give the 3300 driver a chance to sit behind the wheel of new XF. Well, he'd have thought that he'd won the lottery, only the lottery didn't even exist in 1982. But no matter about the development changes, no matter how far we've come with new XF, one thing links these two trucks inexorably together, and that's they're perfect examples of DAF building a truck that keeps operators and drivers happy. And they've been doing that for the past 90 years, and I reckon they'll be doing it for another 90.